Bakugan Gen 2. That's right, we've done away with all the Gen 3 stuff and now we're moving on to the last three. This is the first of the last three. And these last three videos are all going to be about Bakugan from Generation 2. Yeah, these are much older. Oh, not much older. These are a bit older. They were found, I think they're released during the early 2020s. Like, I think we're talking like 2020, 2022, I think. Generation 3 was launched in 2023. So, considering that these ones are older, I don't know how they ended up in Tesco. This Dragonoid is from Tesco. This one, this one, which is the last video, this is also from Tesco. And this one, which is the next video, the second one, is actually from B&M Bargains. Bit of a story about B&M Bargains, actually. They also had a few Cubos in. You know, Cubo, that cute looking but obnoxious Bakugan from the anime. Yeah, I don't know him either. I just know him from one of Jet Kuso's videos, which is probably where my whole Bakugan interest was reignited, to be honest. So thanks a lot for that, Jet. You've costed me a load of money. I'm joking, if he's even watching this, which I highly doubt. We got all these on like for sale. Tesco was like what, like major price reductions. It wasn't the same price, it was major reduction. Can't remember how much exactly, but there was definitely a reduction going on. I wouldn't have bought these if they were full price, let's just say that. Well, I mean, going off the fact that in Home Bargains, those Gen 3 battle packs were dropped down from £30 to only £4, I think that says quite a lot about how far these reductions will go to sell warehouse loads of exploding spheres. Exploding spheres, I think that's what Bakugan means. Right! I'm going to stop farting around with this introduction. That's gone on for 2 minutes already. I'm going to introduce Bakugan Armored Alliance. This was released at a point in Generation 2. This is the earliest Bakugan from a set I think I have from Generation 2, because I think Armored Alliance was released earlier than Evolutions, and these other two are from Evolutions. So this was one of the first lots in Generation 2, I think. I didn't find any Bakugan from Geogan Rising. If I did, I would have bought some, I think, because I like the Geogan, I like how the different shapes, like the way they transform. If I found any Bakugan Ultras, they would have been a instant win, because they look much more appealing design-wise, I think. They transform by jumping up when they land on a gate card. If I found one of those, I would have bought them. But I don't think I did. I don't think I saw any Bakugan Ultras. What I've done is I've written a list of the Bakugan I would like to look for in the future, or on eBay if possible. And that list is just going to go off to the side until if I end up in another bargain store, if they have like another load of these they're trying to sell, which I highly doubt. Or if I just happen to be on eBay and look for one. Which, again, I highly doubt. It's just I've written a list, and the list is off to the side in case I feel like a Bakugan shopping spree, you know what I'm talking about. In case that ever happens. Right, Bakugan Armored Alliance. This is a Dragonoid Bakugan. You don't say. I don't understand this Concentra thing at the bottom. What is this? Warning, choking hazard, Concentra. Basically, this covers up the disclaimers. Accessible magnets, yeah. Not for children. Okay, that bit's readable, but accessible magnets, that's been covered up somewhat. Bakugan Gate Trainer. That's a registered trademark. This says trademark, but I'm not entirely sure what that means. I think it's referring to the gate cards in this pack. I'm not sure. Come from the bottom. One more thing I will point out is that you'll be seeing some more of these coloured symbols, which I'll get to later. These are the same attributes, well, nearly all the same attributes from the original Generation 1. So even though they look different, they're mostly all the same. And I think they're all displayed somewhere on the gate card, so I'll get to that. Another difference thing here is that as well as gate cards, you get these things called Baku cores. These are my first Baku cores. You get 2 in this set. I think they are literally just little hexagonal magnets with gumph on them. Like this one's got like a green fist. Yeah, and it's supposed to be for like a modified game of some description. I'm not entirely sure. You can see here that the cards are in the pack there. What's on the back? Basically nothing. We do have some bits of information we need to get cleared up though. This symbol here is, it looks different, but this is the same symbol. This still means Pyrus from the original Generation 1 Bakugan, which means I've got Pyrus Dragonoid right here. Which is what my, if we're going off the back of colours, I think it's my, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 thread Dragonoid. I had 2 from Generation 1, Gondelian Invaders. I think they were Helix Dragonoid and Batalix Dragonoid. And then obviously got another red one from Generation 3, which you saw on this channel if you've been watching that. That means this will be my 4th. And before you keep saying, oh no, what about your green Dragonoid? He's green and not red, and red's the colour of Dragonoid. Basically, I'm just saying that because every time, you know, Dan Kusa would appear, his Dragonoid would always be red. It's like finding, I don't know, Preus in Darkest Black or Gorham in Ventus Green. It's not in the show. The core Bakugan aren't in the show. Otherwise, all the Bakugan Battle Brawlers would have, like you'd see Masquerade going around with Darkest Dragonoid. It never happens because that would remove the point of Dragonoid from the show. Do you see? Also, it would mean that the Battle Brawlers would not need their companions because everyone would have them. Do you see what my point is? It's called it's good show writing. Good writing of a TV show. We've got this Bakugan Finder Hub app, which I think's been taken off the store a while ago. I'm not entirely sure what this is about. Pop open Baku action. This is just showing how the Bakugan open when they're on the little Baku core. Oh, and this is interesting. This contrast thing at the bottom here, you know, on the front of this, it's all written in Spanish. Fabricado na China. Fabricado na China. Of course, Super Zings have taught me a wide range of the Spanish language. I, of course, use the term wide range very loosely because I know basically no Spanish apart from uno, dos, tres, because that's, you know, series 1, 2, and 3. And I think I learned that a while ago, actually, because if we, I think if we're talking series 3, we're talking 2019. Great. Yeah, I don't know what this is about. Bakugan Back Basic Core. And this is the package number, I think. You can't read it on camera, but it's definitely there. I'm not going to read it out because we could be here all day. 0 to 3. Now, it does say, rather strangely, it does list the contents, but in really, really terrifyingly small text. It says 1 Bakugan, 2 Baku cores, and 1 character card. Does that mean this comes with a gate card? I don't know. Don't know if the character card equates to like an ability card or a gate card. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the Baku cores replace the gate cards because they're magnetic. All I do know is that we won't be seeing any more of these out of shape coloured ripcord smiles because this series didn't have the spinners in. Alright, so no Beyblade references in this video. That is all the next 2 videos. The last 2 videos to do with Bakugan. And also, one more thing before we get on, I'd just like to point out that by the way it's going, it looks like I'll be finished with Bakugan just as the Super Zings videos are starting up. However, that is all up in the air at the moment. I've got no idea if that is how the schedule will be going. Anyway, let's open this. Because it's a card back blister, part of my soul will be torn apart by having to do this next bit. I won't be keeping it anyway. Do you see? I think I used to do this to the Super Sings blister packs. I think I will have to do it for the next lot of blister packs from Super Mission actually, and it hurts my soul. It rips off the nice fancy decals on the front, and I mean, yeah, it keeps the back, but look, it's all like bloody curved and stuff. Ugh! Go on the floor. That was a floor noise, as Dank Pods calls it, floor noise. Right, we've got the back of this. We're going to open. Hopefully, there we are. Just gazette. I'm just going to gazette all this on here, and then I'm just going to sew it on the floor because it's cardboard. You know, general waste and all that. Right, we should be able to. There we go. Annoying plastic hexagons. Right, I'm just going to put all this into here. Oh yeah, here's a look at the Pyrus logo. And there's also this, which is the insert. And oh, the concentrate thing's like as a little sticker. I'm not going to try and remove it, that could take all day. Right, this can go on the floor. There we are. Okay, so we've got... Oh, hello. These don't want to stay together. Okay, they don't want to stay in here. It's like a little... oh, they used to... Oh, I see. Gotcha. I assume this is what the cards are hiding. There we are. Just pull that out there. Lovely, lovely. Seriously, who talks like that? Answer, me. This is where the cards are kept. And here's where we keep the fancy Dragonoid. And yes, before you say anything, I did realise there's a tie. In fact, I think in all the other Bakugan I've got, there are ties. So, because this is how Bakugan are normally kept when they're in their monster forms. Just let me cut that. Hopefully it comes quietly and it's not a pain in the bum. There's only one tie on there. Could be wrong. I think there's only one tie. Yeah. Right, so that was easy. Much easier than the ones from the battle packs, might I add. So this is Dragonoid. Looks like there's a couple of bells and whistles. Oh yeah, that's right. They don't have G power in this generation. They have got a thing called B power. B power, not G power. Looks the same, and this Bakugan's printed B power is 400. I don't know why they changed the name of it. They just did. There's a manual part there. It's a little one for Dragonoid. I hope that these Bakugan will fit in my existing case. Because if they don't, we're pretty much screwed. Because I want them to. These springs feel like there's a bit more tension on them. I'm just going to say that. Okay, so we'll get to folding him up and transforming him in a bit. Because there's a gate card in here. Or is there? Yeah, that's a gate card because it's not flexible. Ugh. I can use to transform this. Okay, that's how it normally always goes. But first I think we should have a look at these because it will be quick. You get two of these Bakugans. There's a green fist. And what's the other one? It's a surprise. No, it isn't. You get two green fists. I assume these are magnets. What's on the back of them? I don't know what these symbols mean. Oh, they're numbered, I think. It says W80, but I don't know if that means anything. You get 50 B power if you land on this one. Oh, I suppose it's blind. Ah, I see. It's blind when you roll on it. You don't know what you're going to get until you turn it over. I see. What do I think about that? It's just basically just luck, I think, unless you've memorized them. So, with this one, you get 50 B power. So, if in this case, that'd be 450, I think, if my maths brain serves me well. And you get two, or whatever these little, like, fist symbols are. Not entirely sure. But if you land on this one, oh no, you get -2 fist symbols. I'm not entirely certain what that means. And I assume you can put them together on the... There we go. And then you can roll them over. Of course, you'll need a lot more than 2 if you want to roll them, you know, so it'll actually stand. So for the purpose of this review, I'll be using the gate card, which is in this pack. Believe me, believe it or not. And there's the evils of tape. Aha! They stick to the plastic packaging. Can we find a way to... Oh yeah, here are all the symbols we'll get to in a minute. Ugh. Oh goodness, I hate tape. There's no easy way to open this either. You've got to deal with the... Oh no, I take that back. There's like a little easy open flap, but you should have said earlier. Oh, this is ludicrous. Come on. It's not coming very easily. Oh, he says before it actually opens. Oh. Don't worry, that was a good thing. That wasn't the card breaking or something like that. Don't worry, it's fine. Right, take your jacket off. Don't know why I said that, that's weird. Okay, so... Oh, hello, you get 2 cards. So is one like an ability card? No, one's a character card. So... Oh, wait, I just said the gate cards would have, the attributes on, but no they don't. It's this that has attributes. Anyway, I'm going to get to that. So I assume this is the ability card because it's got a picture of Dragonoid, which is a character card. I assume this is the character card, but it's like an ability card. That's weird. You've got those more of these little fist symbols up top. Pyrus, fist. +6 like fist symbols, your B power, and there's fist symbols. So since this is 4, I assume this would remove 2, and this would add 2 plus 50 B power. Yeah, I guess. Don't really know what this means. It says add 6 of these little fist symbols. Alrighty, and I assume this is the gate card. I assume this is the gate card anyway. 001_Pyrus it says at the bottom. How odd. I assume this is Dan. I could be wrong, but I assume this is Dan from what I've seen of the other Bakugan series so far. Look, there's Dragonoid in the background, plus the big old Pyrus logo. Okay, so now let's explain what these other attributes are. Obviously, I think you had the visual. You had Pyrus. You had isn't there like No, I'm not gonna bother getting that. You had Pyrus. You had Aquas. You had Chaos. You had Subterra, Darkus, and Ventus. With this lot, they've completely done away with Subterra, and they've replaced it with this yellow one called Auralis, I think. That's what it's called. And apparently all Auralis Bakugan are just a bit rarer than regular Bakugan. As far as I know, Subterra, Darkus, Aquas, and Pyrus are the same, but this light blue one here is Chaos. They've changed Chaos from like grey to cyan for some reason. Of course, Aurelius replaces Subterra. Apparently, the Earth attribute of Subterra was incorporated into Ventus, and Ventus is normally air. So I suppose Ventus is just life now, you know, like Skylanders. Why did they do that? I'm pretty sure the original attributes were fine. That's pretty odd. Okay, so now we're gonna find out how to fold this Dragonoid up quickly. Hopefully without overcomplicating it. This flap goes into the bottom. Good to know. Looks like... Are these little feetsies? They move backwards. The head folds in like that. You've got to fold in the horn first. There we go. So I assume you... there we go. You fold this down. And the feetsies go... Or the feetsies are the feetsies are connected. The feetsies fold into place. Oh no! Oh, sorry. You've got to fold this tail in first, and then close it up. There we are. I think that's how it goes anyway. Head, feetsies, wings. There we are. That was easy. Bull form. Not bad. Not bad. I'm going to try using the gate card and then the back of cores. Obviously without rolling it. Oh. That was surprisingly easy. Okay, so now I'm obviously going to try and see how well this works. The back of cores obviously failing very badly. Because I've only got 2. Yeah, forget it. I'm just going to show you an up close transformation of this guy here. Where's his magnet? There's his magnet. Not bad. Not bad. I don't know why I keep saying that about Bakugan. Makes me sound like a cringy reviewer. View from the side, if it'll let me do it from the side. There we are. Pretty nice. Does seem like you've got to hold all these pieces in place so far. Probably why these little feet are connected. Oh, you can't fold in the head when the... Oh, I see. Oh, you can, but there's like a little click. Okay, so now we're going to get to the bit of the show where we find out if this is compatible with the case I have. Fingers crossed that it jolly well is, because otherwise we're pretty much screwed. So the case is already open. It looks like it should be able to... Oh, for goodness sake. It looks like it should be able to fit. Move it down. There we are. Will it go in? Let's put up the attribute symbol face up. Yahoo! It works! I don't know what I was expecting really. Bakugans shall live in with the spinners. In they jolly well go. There they go. Don't... they might actually open some of that. Actually, never mind. I'll take them out and I'll probably put them somewhere with the other gate cards because they are magnets. I don't want them opening these and then failing absolutely dreadfully. I don't want that to happen. Obviously, we have another 2 more Bakugan to go, and this case is nearly full. There's only 5 more slots left. If you've done the maths already, you will know that by the end, I'll have 3 slots left, which isn't bad. But it means if I find any more, I'll have to buy another case. Obviously, obviously that's jolly obvious, mate. Yeah, so I'm going to introduce the next video, and if you've been paying attention, which I hope you've been, you'll find... Oh, man. This one's coming next. Colossus from Bakugan Evolutions. Another white Bakugan, looking forward to seeing what this guy can do. Not really expecting much because the design doesn't look that complex, just looks like it's got like funny horns and all that, but yeah, looking forward to it regardless. First evolution is Bakugan, 2 more Bakugan, 2 more Bakugan cores, 2 more cards, a load more magnets and a load more expensive saves because this was bought from B&M.